Hey everybody, welcome to the Funko Corner. I'm doing another vlog today. I haven't done one in a while since I ranted about the 12 days of Christmas rant. I actually didn't buy anything from Funko with their 12 days of Christmas. I don't know, everything that popped up didn't interest me. I was hoping for a Christmassy Batman, kind of like the Dorb, but we didn't get it. So on today's vlog, I want to do an evolution of my Funko Pop collection because I'm actually currently working on a tour of my Funko Pop collection. So I thought as a precursor it'd be great to show you guys what my collection started as and where I've come from since then. And we're just going to jump right into it, and let me pull up the first photo. There you go. These were the first few Pops that I bought when I started collecting, and everybody will probably jump out of their seats to see this, but when I started collecting back in 2014, 2015, I was able to get the original set of the Power Rangers for retail, Frodo Baggins for retail. So I started off, I think, at a good time because a lot of people are starting to collect now because they're seeing these things and they want to go back and collect all the older ones. And I believe Funko started making Pops 2010, 2009. I don't know the exact date of when the first Funko Pops came out, because I know they came out with like the clamshells with Green Lantern and Batman in it, but I don't know the exact date of them. So let's close this out and let me see the second picture. This is the second picture. This is after a couple of months, and at the time I was only really collecting the characters that I really, really like. So there's a lot of Walking Dead in there. I was binge watching The Walking Dead, and getting the Beauty and the Beast ones, the Disney characters only the Disney characters that I liked. And I kind of regret it because there were a lot of Disney characters at the time that I didn't get, just because I was just like, meh, like kind of how I am. I'm kind of going back into that style because I went into a trend of only what I like to buy everything to only what I like now, because I don't have any room. I'm running out of room, and you'll see that in the video that I make probably either tonight or tomorrow. I do have to go to work in the morning, but I get the mid-afternoon off, so I'll have time to make the video, hopefully. Cross my fingers. There's about 60 Pops there. I did take the Play and Collect out of the box and don't have the game or the box anymore. And you can actually see Sinestro here. Sinestro was my first ever Funko. I've actually bought him in 2011? 2010? 2011? And he was my my travel buddy when I got deployed. So he's a very precious prized possession that actually sits next to my computer right now. And I actually got a in-the-box Sinestro when I could find him and afford him. And let's go back to the next picture. So I think this one is the next one. Yes, this is the next one. So same apartment. We ended up getting this this big old box thing, and this is how I displayed them. And I ended up getting a lot more Walking Dead, like these 6-inchers. I got the Walking Dead 6-inchers, and there was a comic book shop down the road from me who somebody had dumped all their Funkos on him one day, and I went in there and I raided him because he had Red Skull right there, and he sold it to me for a decent price because I spent so much money in his store. And so started to collect a little bit more, got into Game of Thrones, got the first series of Game of Thrones going right there, kind of started collecting more Disney, but it was still only my favorite characters. Nothing too exciting in this collection. I mean, I was able to get my hands on Batgirl. Batgirl at the time, I remember Batgirl, there was only one Batgirl. There was a black metallic Batgirl and then the original Batgirl. There wasn't a slew of them like there are now, where you can go and probably find Batgirl somewhere. But she was very hard to find. I was glad to find her, and I got... At the time, they weren't really worth anything, but the blue-eyed Legolas and the Captain America Winter Soldier stuff, those were common, easy to find at the time. and now are up there in price range. I think they are. I haven't looked at the prices, but I found it quite satisfying that my collection at the time wasn't really worth anything, and then when I show you the following pictures, it's like, oh my god, it actually is a little bit more pricey. Not to toot my own horn, but and then it went to this, because this is just it. The box is right here filled out, and there's some rearranging because I got more Walking Dead, more Game of Thrones. This Star Wars collection belonged to my boyfriend at the time, and I got the Beauty and the Beast pops, and I just started collecting more and more and more and more. It became an addiction, but I was in South Carolina when I started collecting, and it was actually very hard to find Funkos from the 2012-2015 time frame in South Carolina, because they weren't that popular. You could find them at Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, Hot Topic, some other stores. Spencer's used to carry them. Now they kind of like are meh on it. But we had to drive all the way to Myrtle Beach or to North Carolina, to Charlotte, to go to the bigger malls to have more access, because Charleston only had one little mall and one Hot Topic, and luckily they were pretty cool, and they had a fan page on Facebook, and they would post every time they got new stuff. So there's that. I'm just now realizing I don't have a photo that I wanted. Hold on, let me go see if I can find it. I'm gonna see my... No, that's not the one. There was another photo that I have. Oh, here it is. And then we moved on to this. This was, we had just moved into a new apartment. Still in South Carolina at the time. And as you can see, we built custom shelves so we can line it like that, because we had no space in this room. Like, zero space. And then this is custom built in between two bookshelves, and as you can see, like, I was literally stacking them on the sides because I had nowhere else to put them. They're stacked in front. And this was the Christmas right before, because it's a Christmas time photo. It was right before I actually moved up to Washington State and amassed a larger collection while in Washington. And then we'll show let me close this. Let me get this all set back up the way it was, because I forgot a picture, stupid me. And then I just moved to Washington photo. Where is it? Looking. This one. This was, I think, day one. I had just gotten into the apartment. My boyfriend at the time had been there for about a month, so it's kind of slightly set up. But I literally dumped everything out because I didn't organize them properly and put them all in a box, like, a Marvel box or a DC box. And I remember counting these, and this was when my collection was 450 pops strong. And that was a lot at the time, and I'm still astonished at what I imagined to get to. So when I did this, I organized everything. I have some 9-inchers. You can see I've got Batman, Daryl, and Mal right there. So I had organized them, and then kind of found out at this point that this wasn't going to be enough room. So we had to kind of improvise. Oh, it won't open. Hold on. I know. And then it turned into this. This is a panoramic. So then we covered up that window. Don't worry, I have a lot of people who like to tell me, sun damage, all that stuff. This window got covered up. I try to keep my pops relatively safe from the elements. I also didn't have a lot of 6-inch pops at the time. Not a lot. I just had a couple. This 3-pack. Oh, wait, there they are. Not a lot. Still not a lot. Compared to what I have now, not a lot. And then, as you can see, it kind of started to bleed over to here. And, because we had the consoles on a shelf here, and then the mantle's over here, and the TV's above it. So we were kind of stuck at that point on what to do. And then moving on, let me see the next one. It kind of jumps a little bit. It jumps to this. After the guy I was with at the time moved back to his home state, I ended up revamping this room completely, put all these shelves here. I blocked the back door. The intention was to actually block the back door completely with Funko Pops, but this only stayed like this for about an hour and a half because I needed access to that door, and I just redid all the boxes, and I ended up moving these pops down over here, I believe, because if I did that, I would have had to put a sheet up, and then I think I actually tried putting something up, and it kept falling down because my crazy kitties would pull it down because they don't like me covering up the windows or doors at all. And as you can see, it kind of wrapped around the whole room. And I don't know how many's there at the time. I think I'm approaching 1,000 pops at this moment, but I'm not 100% sure. And here's the final photo. This is the most recent photo that's been taken. Sorry about the mess, but you can see that it goes literally, there's no boxes anymore. Yes, I reblocked the door, but it is not like this again because of safety reasons, obviously. It was only like that for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. And I actually moved the TV over here, which you'll see in the new video. But the pops actually are stacked from floor to ceiling, and they wrap from this wall all the way to this wall. And this wall is actually canted, so you can't see it. So all you see is like the sides of the boxes. There's actually like a row about 4 or 5 long all the way up the wall. And then what you don't see is these right here. I should probably do a panoramic, or try to again. It's very hard to do a complete 360 panoramic on my phone. I'll see if my new phone can do it. But I had put shelves here, and then I need to re-put a shelf right here. And then all my 2-packs and 6 inches are all right here. I should have done a part 1, part 2, and taken the picture of what's behind me. I believe I'm at 1,300 pops at this point. And that's my Funko Pop collection evolution. I need to do some reorganizing with my collection, which will be really easy for me, and then I can get my GoPro out tomorrow and do a complete collection tour, because this is completely filled up. And then there's a wall over here where all my Disney Pops are. If you haven't seen my help me rearrange my Disney Funko Pop collection, that'll give you a better insight of what that looks like. The link is popping up right here. It's popping up right here. Just click right here and you'll see me rearrange it. Because I did that, and the room's not going to be so much of a mess. But hopefully I will have that video up for you all to see tomorrow. And that's pretty much it for this blog, and that's my evolution photos. I've been collecting for a hot minute. It's going to be 2018 tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, in about 26 hours. And I think this year I'm going to try to do it. I told myself I was going to do it last year. I said I was going to keep a tab of how many Funko Pops I had bought that year. And I think that's part of the reason why I want to do a Funko tour now, is because I'll do a video next year, because next year I'll be in a whole new place, hopefully in a huge space. I actually don't know where yet, because I'm transferring, and hopefully I could take my collection with me to wherever I'm transferring to, crossing my fingers. Everybody cross your fingers, and then I can pick out an apartment with a big, huge open room and create a new, massive collection to where I'm not limited. I did upload a new video today. I did Queen Barrel, the Toys R Us exclusive unboxing of Queen Barrel. And for those of you who are new to the channel or just dropping in, seeing this blog and listening and watching, I do Funko Pop unboxings. I do not talk during them, even though I probably should, because when I found out that when I started talking during them, I have to do like 17 billion takes, and it takes up a lot of time. So most of these are just the 360s. Here, let me click on random. We'll click on Ray. Turn the sound off. And they're cute little videos where they just zoom in and they rotate. And you can see the detail of the pop and the pouches and everything. I like these little videos. Even if I just do them as a hobby, I like how it can keep like the posterity of what I have in my collection and get a good in-depth detailed look for everybody else to see. Is this in HD? It is in HD. I do recommend that if you do go watch any of these videos to make sure that they're in HD, because they will be they won't come out good if they're not. Because hold on, I'll show you a sample real quick. So I did this video. This is one of my older videos that I did about a month ago. And you can see it's kind of blurry and not good. And you can see that Snow White is not in a good condition at all. Because I noticed that. I was like, oh, she's so sparkly, but there is no sparkle to her. And it really frustrated me. And I actually went back and did some research and redid the video. And you can already tell that she looks 10 times better. So I do recommend that if you do want to go watch the videos and scroll through them, to make sure it is in HD, or else it won't come out very well. It'll come out blurry and you won't see the full extent of the pops. This is a cool little playlist. You can hit play all, and each one of them has different music to it. Just random music. Some has like some upbeat pop music, or some whatever kind of music kind of goes with the theme of the pop. So you can actually just sit there and hit play all and listen to the music and have this cool little flow of Funko Pops. If you have a character you'd like to see, please leave a comment below, because I am picking at random. You guys have seen the size of my collection, and trust me, there are a lot of rare, hard to find pops in this collection. So if you want to see it, please drop it in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I do want to keep doing this as I go into the new year. I do have a New Year's resolution to get fit and to upload at least 1 to 2 videos a day, especially these unboxing videos. And I have a handful of them that I just have to do. They're real easy to do. But that also depends on what you guys like. The more activity I get, the more excited I get. And when I stop getting activity, I kind of just go, man, I kind of die a little bit. But then I go out and I buy new Funkos, and I say, oh, I gotta do a video of these. So the passion is still there. I'll still keep doing these videos. And that's it for this vlog. Let me know what you think. Like, dislike, comment, give me suggestions. At this point, I'm open to anything. I'm hard as a rock. Nothing's gonna hurt my feelings. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my fourth vlog and my last vlog for the year. I might do one tomorrow. It depends on how I feel. Stay tuned. Thanks. Bye bye, guys.